All right，哎，大家好，我是君老师啊。我们今天呢，就是进行新生的这个分享会的第二场。我们今天专门又邀请到了一位同学来进行这个沟通。我们陆陆续续后面还会请到更多的这个同学来进行这个分享和沟通。这个活动的目的呢，是希望通过这样的公益的get back，可以给到我们接下来申请的同学一些建议、意见，打打气、加加油。然后最重要的是让他们觉得更加有信心来去坚定接下来的这场申请哈。其实呢也有很多的这个 rumor 啊，大家都觉得今年的申请啊，基本上很多是这个全军覆灭也好，还有很多更惨烈的啊，说这个今年的申请这个亚裔就没有申到好的，然后就这个完蛋了，等等等等，很多很悲观的一些想法哈。那么确实今年的申请特别特别的不一样，那比任何一年的申请的人数都高。那么正因为这样的一个基数的庞大，造成了这个整个申请的比例的大幅度缩水。那么当然 UC 这个功效的这个特殊案例呢，我们今天就暂不在这里边讨论啊。那么我们就说这个基本上的几大名校和几大这个 top 学校。那么在我们目前来看到这个学生的申请过程中，我觉得啊，应该是有一点点意外，但是还没有特别大的这个离谱啊，就是还是很优秀的学生都进到了很好的学校。然后呢，可能说这个有一些这个比如平时的时间可能会有一点这个chance 可能会 get in，但今年可能就没有这个 lucky 的这个成分在。那么这里边其实有一点点重要的原因，就是因为今年的基数真的特别大，再加上把整个的这个 test 变成 optional 之后呢，就很多这学校看不到这个学生到底成绩好还是坏。再加上这个疫情的这一年，很多的地方的这个申请的这个分数啊，都变成了一个 pass 和 fail，就没有这个 GPA 的这个分数，也给这个申请造成了非常非常大的难度。OK，好，那个长话短说，我们今天就有请到我们的这个其中一位同学 Elaine 来去分享一下。Hi Elaine, welcome. So you can unmute yourself.
Hey.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, cool, cool.
All right. So thank you for your time. Thank you for your contribution. Thank
All
you
good, all good.
for such a chance to share your story to the students who are applying to university next year. So are you ready for your interview?
Yeah, sure, let's do this.
Okay, cool. I just really love your personality, from beginning. Okay, from first day I met you. All right. So my first question, are you happy with the result?
Yeah, definitely. I always loved New York and getting into Colombia. I'm really, really happy about it. And I can't wait to go to college next year. So yeah, very happy with it.
Okay. And your parents happy about the result as well?
Yeah, I think they are very happy as well.
Okay. And I know like you applied to like several top colleges. And why Columbia?
So I think I chose Colombia specifically because I actually visited Colombia in around eighth grade. It was actually a school tour of New York. So then we briefly walked upon Columbia's campus, and I just literally fell in love with the campus. I love New York. I love its location. And also Colombia has a lot of great resources. And compared to a lot of other like more STEM focused universities, I feel like that having the core curriculum that Colombia is so famously renowned for, it would help make my overall college experience like more well-rounded. So that's kind of like a brief explanation of why I like Colombia a lot.
I see. But you are applying to what major? Do you want to share a little bit?
Yeah, sure. So I am most likely going to be going to computer science. I am in C's, so like the engineering school of Columbia. So most likely computer science. I haven't decided if I wanted to like minor in like econ or like something else yet, but that's basically what I want to do. So.
Okay, that's really good to hear. A lot of parents and the students, they are going to, they want to going to apply to computer science major, but they also are afraid of, the chance. These days, the computer science and engineer major is getting like hotter and hotter, and it's just like
Yeah.
really hard to compete. And also, it's just like the severe competition. This is like scare a lot of people, right? So, what do you think about the competition regarding the computer science major?
I guess that's is true, especially coming from the Bay Area. A lot there are definitely a large pool of students who want to go into computer science. The best advice I have to say is just like if that is truly your passion and that's something you're interested in, the best you can do is just to go forward with that and like to show your interest, show your passion. There's not really, in my opinion, there's not really too much point in like faking that you're like interested in something smaller just for the higher chance of getting into the school.
Okay. So let's say if you don't really get accepted by the Columbia or top universities, will you still go for the computer science even it's not the best school you can try?
Yeah, because I really do enjoy computer science as a whole, and I can see myself doing computer science as a future. So I would still continue going with computer science. Yeah.
Perfect. That's good. So do you consider yourself gifted?
No, I definitely don't consider myself gifted. I feel like I'm just like a normal person. But yeah.
You're definitely not normal. Okay, you're very outstanding. So I
Thank
wonder,
you.
would you like to share a little bit about your motivation? What motivates you?
Um, Motivated me in what sense? I guess motivation, it's like kind of just I wanted to do better. Like that's something that I've always wanted to do. I see myself currently and I just want to improve myself and become a better person. And also the whole big dream that like one day I'll make a huge impact on the world, that also really contributed to this. We'll see how far I can get in the future though. So
Okay, that's great to hear. So, if you want to, can we just trace back the days and who put the dream into your little heart? You want to,
ooh,
impact the world.
yes, that is interesting. So I think that actually my dad played a huge role into this. So he is an engineer. He loved building things. So from a young age, I was constantly like building things with him and it was like super duper fun. So like he was probably one of my first inspirations in going into like the engineering field in the first place. For computer science specifically, that was more so in like ninth grade when I took AP computer science and the teacher just like truly really believed in me. I guess also I was like a pretty good student in that class. So she really liked me. And then as a result, she like helped push me forward. Like if we had a class assignment, she would always give me more to do and challenge me harder and tell me that I should be applying to summer camps and like trying to do all these things. So I guess that was kind of like two people in my life who like really pushed me into this computer science direction.
I see. So, since when you start to figure out like, oh, you like computer science?
I would also say it was like around ninth or 10th grade. Prior to it, I had done a little bit of coding, but it wasn't like super intense and I wasn't like super into computer science at that point. So more like high school around then, like the first year when I took APCS. And afterwards I was like, okay, I'm gonna start doing some other stuff with computer science. I guess that's kind of where I started finding my interest in it.
Okay. Wow. Okay. So that's very impressive. So, regarding a lot of students, they're trying to find their passion, but many of them, they don't know what they want to, yet.
Right.
So usually I encourage them to find their passion, to look for it. Would you like to share some of the advice how to find the passion to the students who are, maybe like ninth grade or eighth grade or even younger?
Yeah, I think that when you don't really know what you're doing, just keep your options open. You never know what might interest you and do different things that you think might be interesting. I know that especially when I was in middle school, I was definitely more for the bio track. And even now, I'm still trying to decide whether I want to do more bio in the future. But like, I was always like, I'm going to do bio. But then until I took like CS, I was like, I realized I really liked CS. And also, just doing a variety of activities would really help like open your eyesight of like what truly is there, and then that will help you like figure out what your passions really lie.
Okay, well, that's very helpful. I also have several questions. Okay, it's getting more and more like tough. Okay, the question. I think that I got a question from the parents. Okay, forgive
Okay,
me
yes,
if
yes.
you don't want to answer. You can just say no. Okay.
Mhm.
So, what kind of parents you have? A lot of parents interested about that.
I would say that my parents are actually very supportive parents. Like whenever I needed help, they've always been there for me. They've like I said, my dad has definitely pushed me into this engineering field, and he's always been able to help me. My mother as well, she also has been like very supportive of whatever I wanted to do. And if I'm interested in a club, they've always encouraged me to take part in it. If I want to do some activity, they've just been really supportive overall. So
Do
thanks
you?
to them too for all this.
I see. Do you consider your parents like tiger parents?
Ah, to a certain degree, I guess. I think all parents want their child to do their best, so that's kind of just how it works. But it's fine. I think I'm still very appreciative of all they've done for me and how hard they pushed me to become like who I am. So,
Okay. All right. So another question is from one of the students. They say, "What you wish you have done but you didn't during your high school year?"
ooh, okay. So this one, well, one of them could be just having a normal senior year because of COVID, I actually didn't get to go back to school. So that I could definitely say was one thing. Um, I'm not actually too sure. I really did enjoy my high school experience. I could go with the more classic answer of saying that if I had more time, I would have hung out with my friends more and all that stuff. But honestly, no regrets. I really enjoyed my high school experience. So yeah.
Okay, awesome. So what are the things you have done to show your leadership?
Leadership. So clubs. I have like leadership position in clubs that I attended. I volunteering doesn't really count as leadership, but I did have like a kind of like a leadership role when volunteering. Yeah, just like those things. Not anything huge.
Okay, I still have like several questions, but here comes one parents ask a question, say, do you think the boys have a harder time with the computer science track compared to girls? And how did your male friends do with the college application with computer science major?
Um, I think that maybe it is. Yeah, maybe guys have like a slightly harder time. I can't really say for sure. I still have a lot of guy friends who got into like Berkeley, who got into. Well, now I met some Columbia CS guys as well. MIT, just like a lot of my friends have gotten into amazing schools too, even if they're a guy. So
Yes, I agree with you. I do have a student's boy and got into computer science major, getting to the top school as well. And I would say, first of all, I feel like the girls sometimes it's just like more, I would say because girls interested in the computer science, the number of the girls are less than boys. So that make the girls easy. I mean, it sounds like easy to stand out because it's girls, right? And but if you look at the total number of the girls, and most of them are not really into computer science, that's make the girls whoever into computer science is like easy to stand out. But it doesn't mean like girls easy to stand out than boys, which is something I just don't think we should, you know, think like that way. I don't know if that can helps. I do want to. Yeah, so we have one person want to talk. Let's see. Okay, Susan, I unmuted you. Do you want to ask any question about that? Hello? Okay. All right. So let's wait. Maybe just to press some key button. Okay. All right. I'm gonna continue my question. Okay. All right. So can you share a little bit about your activity besides computer science? Do you have any other activities that not computer science related?
yes, yes, I have some more other some outside computer science activities. For example, like neuroscience club, again, very STEM focused, but still also like dancing and like flute. Yeah. I'm trying to think of like other non-CS activities. Clubs, including like Science Olympia, like even National Latin Society, like Honor Society, stuff like that. Yeah, there are other non-CS activities that I probably didn't say.
Okay, cool. All right. So what is the biggest challenge during your whole high school? Do you want to share a little bit?
Um, Biggest challenge.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I have a story for this one. I guess one of this is like the biggest challenge that I faced during high school wasn't actually in. There's two examples. So like the first one isn't actually in school. It was more of like the first time I actually did research. So I guess this is the where like being the girl in like the STEM field came as like a slight disadvantage because I was working in a group with like three guys and we were all conducting research together. And basically there was this the other two guys were fine, but this one guy just really enjoyed being like the dominant male, and he even though he would do like none of the work, he just enjoyed stealing all the work that I did because I did actually that year I was like a very lead and core programmer for the research. I built a lot of the model myself, and he just enjoyed taking all the credit. He would tell the mentors, "Oh yeah, this stuff is super easy. I finished it in like 30 minutes." Basically he wouldn't know what he was saying, but he would just take all the credit for that. So that was like one of the challenges I faced. But then I also have to say I do thank him for like doing that because that really did tell me to like speak up because like the only way for me to be able to make sure that my work was actually heard is that I had to make sure that I was more active in participating in like speaking up, saying that no, this is exactly what I did. Here is like all the work that I put into this, that type of stuff. So that was kind of like a major challenge I faced doing the first time I did research. A smaller challenge I had was just like in general, just like having some difficult classes and like getting a class in there and everything else like that. But that was about it.
Okay. Well, yeah, that's also like something a lot of students kind of like facing the same issue, right? So it's just like too humble, sometimes too humble. Like what we discussed it before, right? Sometimes you have to be aggressive, but in a proper way, right? So otherwise it's just really hard for us to, push forward things. Yeah, that's a really good share. So something else like from the parents, they say they probably gonna ask you something related to the school, what school you attended, or
Mhm.
something like that. But I prefer to protect my students' privacy. So that's why I asked Elaine, you don't need to share your school, you don't need to share your face. You just like join us and share your story. That's enough.
Okay.
So any advice on college counselor? I'm the counselor, so I just introduced myself. And okay, so one more question, Elaine, actually from me.
Mhm.
I just really feel like you have a big dream and big heart, and you do have like very charming personality, which is
Thank
something that I always tell the parents to focus on the personality when they were little. And actually, I just kind of like want to discuss with you because these days I do have like some students, like some new students, some younger students. I do feel like they are having hard time to find the meaning of why they have to study or why they have to go college or why they have to try their best. So
Uh-huh.
I tried a different way to, motivate them, and we're using motivation theory, all different kind of like tips and tools. But I would like to hear you, like, what's your advice for those who are younger than you, and tell them why you have to study hard. Why? What is the purpose?
Oh God. Yeah. So I think that even from the young age, almost everyone tells you, oh, you need to study hard so you can get into like a good college and all that. That's true to a certain extent. Yes, you should study hard so that you can get into the good college. But you should just like study hard because working hard is like just a good trait to have in general. Even if you're not going for college, just for having like overall life, life isn't always going to be easy. There are always going to be rough patches. And just like pushing yourself through, making sure that like you're still doing what you need to do, still very useful, I guess. And if you don't study hard and you just wait for everything to be handed to you, life isn't that lucky, unfortunately. You won't be able to just sit there being relaxed all day doing absolutely nothing and get everything handed to you. If you want to become someone, if you want to do well, I guess, for yourself, not even for anyone else, for yourself, you do have to still put in the work. So I guess that's semi motivational, but yeah, not sure.
Yeah, and another thing I would like to share a little bit with everybody is just like I noticed like since the first day I met you with your mom, I noticed like you guys have a very good relationship. Teenager stuff, right? So
Sure.
I remember I told you, I say, well, you're not like rebel at all, right? You just laugh me, you're saying sometimes, but how you manage the relationship? Because I do feel like everybody have the kind of like a rebellion, right? So how you guys handle that? Or your mom kind of like sat back, but I think her personality is pretty tough, right? Strong.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess it's just like just understanding that yes, your parents may be hard on you, but it's not because they want anything less than the best for you. Like they are hard on you, they might push you to do this, and in the moment it seems that like they're pushing too hard or that you really don't like them for doing that. But if you think big picture, it's like what are they doing it for? It's for you to succeed. They're not there, it's not any selfish purpose. And I guess just communication. Your parents aren't like they're not your enemy. Just talking to them is nice too. So like
Oh,
yeah, that's my best advice.
that's very sweet. That's very sweet. So can you give an example like how your parents, talk to you when there's disagreement?
Um, so I think actually our family has like this great thing, especially during dinner. So like dinner time is like talking time. So it's like if we ever have anything that it comes through our day, usually our daily routine is just going through our day with each other. And if there is a problem, it just like be a discussion base. We'll hold like well all three will just like gather up together and we'll just like talk about it, or we'll go outside on a walk so that there's more like a casual atmosphere because it's not really an interrogation either, so it's just like a casual conversation. Yeah.
Oh, they spend a lot of time with you. Oh, the conversation. Okay, that's a very good point. That's a very good point. So parents should build up the strong connection with the kids. That's the only way that you could be able to, communicate with the kids, right? I think that's also the advice we
Yeah.
got from Elaine. All right. So what are the advice that you could give the parents about a college application journey?
Oh, to the parents, don't stress too hard. your child is probably stressed enough. They want to do well too. They're busy trying to get like doing school, college applications as well. That might be a good time to, you know, back off a little. Don't try to stress them out even more, and just be there for them. If they need help, they will come to you for it. So yeah.
Yeah, I want to add on a little bit because I remember the day when you checked the offer. I remember your mom saying, it's okay, it's okay. You got it, you got it. You don't got it, that's fine. You have any others waiting for you, that's okay. And she keeps saying that. And is it you who are like super nervous and want to figure out if you get
it? Yeah, that's true.
I do see the difference. Yeah. Okay, so how you balance the stress during the application season? Because I know like you stress a lot, pretty much your parents same. Yeah.
Oh, I think that while it is important to like, you know, stay on task, make sure you're not falling behind on deadlines and everything like that, still find time to relax. I think there are still sometimes I would go out and like go on like a hike in the weekends, especially during like the summer before. No need to like stress that early in the time. You know, go on a walk around the neighborhood, go running, just do some things every single day that like helps you just like refresh and just like calm your mind. Even if it's like 30 minutes, it would really, really help. Also getting enough sleep helps too.
Okay, that's good advice. Okay, all right. So welcome to Ask Any Question if you're interested. Okay, so there's a specific question. Say, do you get actually any financial aid from the Colombia?
No. No, I didn't. I didn't get it.
Then got a financial aid from some other schools, but we didn't choose it, right? We chose Colombia, and also Elaine got into some other even topper, I could more famous school, but Elaine chose Colombia. Okay, all right. So how do you find the place to do the internship? A lot of research.
Oh yeah, a lot of research. Just I got help from my teachers. Just talk to your teachers. If they had advice, they will tell you. My teachers did give me some suggestions. A lot of research, seeing what's out there. Talking to your friends, seeing where they're applying, apply as well. Yeah, that's about it.
What AP classes do you recommend?
For like
one, yeah.
For like my major or just in general? Because I took a lot of APs, to be fair.
Together, I remember. I think you almost get a 16, right?
16. I took 21 APs.
21. Wow. Okay, so
yeah,
last year, right? Included 12th grade.
I don't take any APs in 12th grade.
So you finished everything before 12th grade.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So here, I think this gonna attract more questions. How you handle 21 APs? Oh yeah, that. You're just talented. Like what I mentioned at the beginning. I said, are you talented? No, I'm not. You're
no.
Not. I'm just taking the 21 APs just by accident.
Nah, it's just time management. Just, you know, keep up with your work throughout the school year. Make sure that you're not lacking behind. Don't wait until the last minute to study for all your APs at once. Not smart. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So when students ask, did you front load subjects learning, especially because you take so many APs?
Front loading meaning like taking all the hard classes first, or?
I think it's two-way. Either you take all the hard classes before, or maybe you just take some like a preview, or you learn outside school, or.
Not really. No, I just kind of went along with like whatever the hardest classes that my school offered. I just went along with it. And I just followed that path. Yeah, I didn't try to front load it. I didn't take any. I only took like Chinese outside of school because like I wasn't taking Chinese in school, but like that was about it. So I didn't really front load anything.
Okay. Yeah, I really think that's a interesting part for a lot of parents, because we have students struggle with 7, 12, you know. Last year I interviewed 2 students. One got into MIT. She took 16. The other boy got into Harvard. He took 17. So you break the new record of my students, 7 years.
Yay me.
Congratulations. You are the first one, 21st APs. Okay. All right. So you definitely have to share a little bit more about that. Okay. How many per year average? 7?
8th grade was 3, 9th grade was 5, 10th grade was 7, and then 11th grade was 6.
Oh,
haven't
oh, geez. Okay, you're really. So how you feel? You feel like tired, stressful? I don't think so, because every time I see you, I'm just so happy.
Yeah, I think happiness is definitely my best personality. But no, it was fine. I enjoyed taking it. College board definitely took enough of my money though, so I am not taking APs this year. So
Okay. Wow, that's really cool. All right. So if you're interested for more AP questions, you can just post it and maybe Elaine can explain to you later. But I definitely feel like, getting so many APs on hand and to be able to do so many activities, you definitely prove that you are an outstanding, amazing student. And with your charming personality, and then you bring happiness to everyone, I definitely believe that's one of the key factors that you are able to get into all the dream school that you want to. Okay, Elaine?
thank you.
All right. So the other thing I would like to share a little bit is like the students ask about the essay. I know you struggle a lot during the essay as well, and I know like you kind of like struggle which paragraph is good or not good. And I still remember the meeting that we had with Amy, Dr. Yan, and me and Kelaine together. We're trying to think about how we're gonna make the paragraph better because your mom still feel like that's not
Oh
good
yeah.
enough, right? Remember? Okay,
Yep.
so how you dig yourself the the best story for your essay. Do you want to share
Oh
a bit about that?
yeah. So I mean, you lived your life for like about like 17 years before you get there. There's always going to be like meaningful experiences. I think I don't have really good advice on like how to choose specifically the topic. You kind of just like sit there and you think, and then you think about what goes along with this topic, and you go through all your activities, all the different things that might be relevant. And there's someone you just come up with something. I can't say that my essays had like the best topics for each and every single one of them, but like I had enough to write about. That's all I could say for each one. Yeah.
Okay. So pay attention to everything happened, during your high school. That's important.
Yes, that's important.
I remember you also doing diary. Remember you told me? Do you?
Not really. I was never one to write a diary. I tried to write a diary, but like I would stop every other day. So at this point, I don't have like a full on diary. I don't know. There's just like big events that like even the big events in life that like you always remember it. You can still use them for your essays. There's not like yeah.
Because I suggest like write down the stories like happened at that moment because you still have the fresh feeling and
Yeah.
you know like what you conquered, like sad moment,
Yeah.
frustrated moment, happy moment. Well, you wrote some, that's enough. You don't need to do every single day, but
Yeah.
you wrote some that helps a lot. Okay.
Yeah.
And the question from one of the anonymous attendee, do you have any tips on how to focus better?
On how to focus better. I mean, people focus in different ways. People study in different ways. If you're a person who likes quiet, I would recommend quiet. If you like some music in the background, maybe play some like light music. Don't be playing like heavy rock music in the background. Yeah, just find a place, get into your mindset, just get into your work. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. I think if you have like focus issue, probably want to think in a two different way. You want to find like the reason. Because some people they just can't really focus. They need to take some medicine to stay focused. And some of them they just like naturally can focus. I do have some tips to share with you guys. So some students they find like pretty helpful because I told them to buy like some like a sand clock or you can buy some like a, timer just put in front of you and every time you just do a small of practice because I do believe the focus ability like the skill set can be improved. So maybe this time 15 minutes, next time 20 minutes, 30 minutes, as long as you just keep going like that, force yourself to do it, change to be a habit. You can focus 20, you can focus 30, you can focus 30, you can focus 1 hour. At the beginning it's probably very challenging and hard, but with time and practice you will find it so easy. Yeah, I did that with one of my students. I do find like the focus, the situation, the condition improved a lot. Yeah. Have you tried that before, Ellen?
Not really. I've heard of like another thing which is like called like the Pomerado Method, I think, which is like where you set up like 45 minutes, you focus, you do your work, and then you get like 5 minutes of like doing whatever. I know a lot of my friends like they will like do that. So like that also is like really helpful. Like having the goal, which is like 5 minutes of break time, that helps you focus too.
Yeah, but Elaine just doesn't have the kind of like focus issue. So yeah, she's fine. I do feel like there's so many questions like coming in. Okay, so wow, another wow. You really wowed everybody. Okay, so
Oh,
for those many APs, did you learn stuff in advance, like in the middle school or in summer?
no, not really. I just went in with the class. Some of the classes, like for example, like physics, you will learn stuff in AP Physics 1, and then when you take AP Physics C, you'll have your like basic knowledge that you can apply there. Yeah, but I didn't actually like learn anything in advance. Yeah.
Okay. Some high school don't allow students to take more than 2 APs per semester. Do you recommend to take APs at community college? Well, actually, you didn't take anything in community college.
I didn't. I had friends who did that, but I did not.
Mm,
I would say if you have time to do that and you really want to, you can. It's not really a must or anything. Like I'm guessing that like colleges aren't just looking at like a huge AP count anyway. So if you have other things you can be doing, use that time to do those things instead.
I see. Was she in public high or private school?
Yes.
Did you apply Colombia as ED? If not, where are your EDs and the EAs and which schools are you applied as RD? This is like very specific. Let me explain this. Okay, so Elaine applied a bunch of those schools, and or you want to answer, Elaine?
Um, I can just quickly describe. Yes, I applied to Columbia ED. I applied to other schools EA and RD, but because of my like Columbia acceptance, I had to withdraw like my applications from almost all of my future other schools.
Yeah.
I only heard back from like one other school. Yeah.
Yes, which I believe you can get in all of them, but you just love Colombia, and yeah,
No
so
regrets. No regrets.
no regrets. Okay. So just curious, could you please share the subject of the 21 AP classes? Wow, you have to. Do you want to
Oh,
share?
here, let's see if I can remember this on top of my mind. Okay, I think it was Calculus AB Gov. No, Calculus AB World History and Psychology. And then it was Calculus Specie Government, Chinese. I am forgetting which APs I've taken. Psychology,
Yeah.
honestly, I cannot remember all of the APs I've taken. I've taken a lot of APs. If you name one, there's a good chance I've taken it.
Okay,
Yeah.
I can tell, but I don't think we should just because I feel like just telling the 21
Yeah,
is only going to increase anxiety because you
exactly.
have to focus on your own workload and your capacity because
Definitely for sure. Yeah.
it's not about the
The
number.
AP number is not as important as like it.
Exactly. And I know Elaine is the one who really enjoyed everything. She just really can do, and she has a big capacity, can just add on so many things. It's nothing about, because she just tried to add on the numbers. There's nothing about that.
Yeah.
Okay, so do you want to talk a little bit about your summer and where did you go for your summer, for your, let's say, previous summer?
Previous summer I had an internship. I'm not going to go too much in depth about where exactly, but I was interning. It was like a CS internship. Yeah, that's it.
Okay, all right. Yeah, thank you for sharing. Well, basically, getting this kind of meeting is not like trying to, show too much privacy, or too much, the numbers of the courses or the schools, because literally, even I just to pull out everything to everyone, or even Elaine just to exactly list everything. And even you followed exactly the same thing, you could not get the same result. This is something I really want to like remind all the parents and the students. And the purpose to getting this kind of like a, seminar, it just trying to really want to, get this chance to invite Elaine to share the experience, to share the real core thing. The core stuff is not about AP, it's not about anything else. It's about the question that I asked at the beginning, the motivation, the parenthood, the happiness, the excitement, the time management, and also she enjoyed the journey. And she's not like in any kind of like a weird twisted situation, being pushed by the taker parents, a lot of stress. Is nothing related to that. I just more feel like it's naturally will get a good result no matter what. Remember what I said when I first
Yeah.
met you? I told
Mhm.
you and your mom, and I say you will get a good result no matter what, because you're just such a happy kids with very reasonable parents and very encouraging environment. You definitely will get into wherever you want to, and definitely you get the result, and you prove that the good parenthood and family environment definitely can raise a child successfully. This is something I really want to emphasize because I think that's the core. That's the core. All right. So I would like to invite Elaine to share a little bit more about your future plan. What do you want to be in the future? Your
Oh
high
God.
college. Did you plan
Yes,
for a year already?
I have not. I have no clue what exactly I'm about to be doing. And I know it's something to do with CS, but I really like interdisciplinary. So I'm like still trying to figure out, do I want to do something econ? Because I'm going to be in New York where there's Wall Street, big banks. Like, we'll see where life takes us. But
Okay. I really like what
oh
you
yeah.
said. Okay. All right. So did you find your purpose of life yet?
Ooh, not yet. If I do find out, I'll make sure to publish a whole paper on the meaning of life. Not yet though.
Okay. All right. So just to see where life going to take you, I think that's a really good way and a good attitude. And meanwhile, good time management and to try to balance yourself, connect parents, always have a good communication and always talk and tell, be positive. I think that's the core can bring you whenever you want to go, wherever you want to go. Okay, Elaine, I truly believe, and you're such a wonderful kid, and every teachers and counselors just love you.
Oh,
All right.
thank you.
Okay. So last but not least, I would like to ask a question. So if you want to say to all the parents and the students, let's break into two, you know,
Oh,
you
okay.
want to say to the students for the coming year application, who are going to do the application for the coming year, what you want to say, like to suggest them.
Oh, good luck. You're about to be going into maybe one of the more stressful times of your high school life. It's going to be very stressful. You're going to be spending a lot of time feeling overwhelmed with the amount of work you have to do and the essays. Please make sure you sleep. That is a huge thing. I know a lot of people just stop sleeping because they feel like they don't have the time. Sleep is important. Do that. Um, Good luck. You got this. You're gonna do great. You're gonna get into amazing schools no matter what. And yeah, that's advice I have.
What about it to the parents?
To the parents, good luck too, because you're about to have to deal with very busy children. So like, good luck. Try to be nice. Try to like calm, relax. The results are gonna come when they do come. There's no need to being like, oh my god, my child didn't get into this one school. The world's over. Yeah, just keep positive mindset. That's good.
Okay. All right. So one more thing. We do have the last question from the parents, but I would like to answer. The question asked is like, did Elaine committed to college application counselor at an early stage? Yes. Did a college counselor help her? Yes. But the most important thing is not about the counselor. It's not about Elaine herself. I feel like Elaine, the students, and the parents, and the counselor should be a kind of like a strong triangle relationship. So really have to work like closely to support the leader who is the student, right? So I really cannot believe like any student can be as amazing as like Elaine to motivate herself and just get things down. I mean, I just never see you just complain, and you always have like amazing capacity. And I even worry about like you're stressed out, you're too much, but when I see you're so happy, I just never even worry about it. All right. Okay. So I think everything is down, and we finished the interview already. And if you really have more to share, and maybe we can have another chance for you to share. So I really suggest maybe Elaine, you can think about it, open a social media or something to start to share your idea, your positiveness, and also your attitude for life. I do feel like every time when I talk to you, I just feel like happy, just like so happy, just always happy for no reason. I try to figure out as well. Okay.
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure that out to myself. But
That's
yep.
really good. That's really good. Okay, just keep it up, Elaine. And thank you so much for your time and for your contribution. And I and all the students of my and all the students and parents, we just would like to deeply appreciate you and hope you are going to have an amazing year in your college.
Thank you. Yeah, hopefully. Looking
Okay.
forward to it.
All right. Thank you for your time. Thank you. 好，谢谢 Elaine 的时间，谢谢 Elaine 的时间。好，那么接下来呢，我可能要再跟这个家长和这个同学们分享几句，关于我们的这个就是接下来的大学申请。所以说呢，就是首先第一条，刚才 Elaine 也分享到了，就是不要着急啊，不要焦虑，然后就是最重要的是非常非常的这个淡定，这是第一个。第二个的话呢，就是如果 activity 没有特别多的话，其实 你现在还可以稍微补一点，但是其实也不用特别担心了，就是what it is what it is， 就是你没有办法在最后的时间进行一个 totally 或者是 fundamentally 的一个 change。所以说我一般呢，我会建议就说家长和孩子在最早期的时候，其实就可以考虑一下这个大学的这个目标，可以去提前探讨，提前去沟通。但是就是在探讨沟通过程中，不要着急的就直接就下定论。就是这个其实我觉得有几个坑就是有几个常见的误区是需要避免的比如说我们尝试着去鼓励孩子，你想不想上这个 Stanford 呀、Harvard 呀？要不要立一个高目标呀？这个其实就是无形中，就是虽然你没有说，但是潜台词已经给他这个有一些的这种压力了。所以我觉得就是 focus 在他喜欢什么样的专业，怎么去 explore 上。然后呢，就是这个当然也有一些的这个今年的申请很成功的这个学生和孩子，可能现在时间不允许，那么下一周的时间会有另外一个学生在这个分享他的这个 U Michigan 的这个录取的这样一个感受。另外一个孩子呢，也是这个理工科也是 STEM 专业方向。那么你会发现大部分的都是在这个整个的这个过程中呢，给出了一个特别特别好的一个这个就是 guide， 就是我们说的 passion， 你的 interest 在哪里？对，然后呢，我们明天的这个23号还有29号，我们会有第3场的这个分享会，还有这个大学申请的这个分享会，我们会有更多的这个问题的分享。如果你有问题可以提出来，我们可以共同去讨论一下。那 get back to 我刚才说到那个地方，就是千万不要焦虑，这是第一个。第二的话，就是说不要被周围的这个 rumor 和这个声音所这个影响到什么这个亚裔比例太低呀，这个不行了呀，或者是没有用啦，或者是怎么着？我觉得这个其实唱衰这件事没有什么用就是因为你再唱衰，它还是有学生能进去那么再唱不衰，它也还是有人进不去，大概是这样一个 situation。所以我觉得家长还是要保持理性。就是我们不是为了给哪个大学去培养人才，我们是为了把我们自己的孩子打造成一个就是能够自食其力，能够找到自己人生方向，并且在 long term 的这个生活道路上非常开心、非常健康，并且有长足发展后劲儿的人。所以我们可以看到很多的小孩子，比如说像这个上一次分享的婷婷这次分享的 Elaine还有后面23号、29号都在分享的一些学生，你能看到他们身上的共同特点就是他们对自己的人生都有 in charge 的感觉。那他们的 parents 都基本上是希望他们的 wish them the best， 但并没有 force them the best。对，就是我没有要求你必须成为那个最好的，但是我会 support 你 whatever you want to do。这个其实是有一个 fundamental 的一个质的区别的。所以我们就是让经常家长会抱怨说，哎，为什么我都急死了，他都不急？为什么他还没有紧迫感？为什么看起来不像一个10年级的人？为什么不像一个11年级的学生？为什么把大学申请都开始了，还不着急？就有很多这样的焦虑。其实我觉得这个就是反了，就搞反了。对，就是其实真正应该做到的就是，你不要，就是你应该比他更加的这个淡定，应该是孩子焦虑，我们来去劝，我们会说，哎，不要着急，没关系，对吧？去哪儿算哪儿，我们应该是这样的一个关系也就是如果你要是说想找到这个感觉的话，你就找这个感觉。什么时候你劝你孩子休息吧，早点睡吧。对，我记得以前妈妈就经常说早点休息，我老拽着他早点睡觉，别再学习了，早点睡觉。什么时候这个状态找对了，什么时候就是这个 motivation 的这个方向就找对了。同时你这个亲子关系呢也就找对了，就千万别拧巴的，别拧巴的就是他一玩怎么还在玩，怎么不学习，对吧？他一这个你就催他，那这个就是你在他身上加漏的，这个就不愿意，最后就变成了一个拧巴的一个状况。那么在拧巴的过程中，可能还会出现一种拖延症。这个拖延症其实不是他真正拖延，而是他知道如果他干完这件事，你还会有别的事等着要给他加上，所以他宁可把这件事拖的时间长一点，他也不要做完再去做别的。所以说，一旦发现这样的问题的话，我的建议就是停下来，就是刹车，然后找着问题的根结，解决掉这个思想的问题。这个跑起来就是这样做砍柴，磨刀不误砍柴工磨刀不误砍柴工。我就希望这点大家也能够去通过我们今年的这个申请能够感受一下。还有一点就是在申请过程中，可能就是真的是在我发现在申请的过程中会有2个这个阶段 ，Stage 1。所有的学校我都想去，对，哪个学校我都想去，哪个学校这个我也不知道该怎么办。然后我在选的过程中呢，这个整个的心态有点像这个，好像所有的学校都要我都不知道该选哪个了一样的那种方式来选。这是第 Stage 1。Stage 2开始陆续出榜了出榜了之后发现有一些拒掉了，或者有一些 waitlist 就开始着急了，就会变成哪里要我都可以只要要我就愿意去，就变成了这样。所以我倒觉得应该这个稍微反一下，就是说你在这个过程中 Stage 1不要过于 over 这个 estimate stage 2的时候，也不要这么的这个不淡定。所以说这是我的一个特别大的一个建议啊。当然还有一些更多的一些具体的方法和细节，比如怎么样去 manage 这个时间的这个申请时间线呐，怎么样在挖掘这个 essay 上去挖掘自己的这种性格特点去展示啊。就刚才我们分享到了这个亚裔孩子很多时候不太愿意去展示自己，比较谦虚，这是一种美德。但很多时候这美德你这不发扬出来，你不说，你不表现出来，怎么能知道？那么还有一种就可能就是 over 了，就是太过于表现啊 ，resume 上也写，文章也是在说自己，也在夸自己，这个也不行。那么就是综上就是怎么样能够更好的去体现，我觉得这一点可能就是 case by case，千万不要去向任何人去学。对，所以我们从来不会把任何一个学生的这个 essay 啊 story 啊去跟这个其他的学生去 share，因为每个学生都不一样，你去让他去看一些之前的 essay 只能起到反作用。因为我确实有家长问我要，我说 sorry I can't， 对我就是不能给啊。他从网上找了一堆，我说你在网上可以找到，对吧？有很多网上这个可以看到这些比较优秀的都已经上网了的这些文章，但是你给他看有什么用呢？你只会 limit 他的想象，因为人家的 life 不是他的 life， 他也想不出来人家那个 life 里面那种感受。所以这一点的话，就务必请大家就是不要走这个方向啊！我之前其实确实有一个学生，当时这个妈妈就直接给孩子找了52篇，网上有什么52篇什么优秀大学文书这个集锦啊，然后最后就让他孩子看，看完之后孩子对我说：“老师，我实在不知道该写什么了，我觉得我不管写什么我都写不了最好的，因为那些都写的那么好，我写不成那样。”对，这基本上就完蛋了，就整个这个脑子就 shut down 了，你就没有办法再去启发他任何的灵感了。所以这点我觉得也就是顺其自然。那么另外的话，如果你的孩子现在是比较这个 early stage 的，就是比较小的，我觉得还是要就是看他的这个学习习惯，建立一个好的学习习惯，后期就会少操心。然后另外一个就是对他的这个学习的这个整个的一个学习方法去态度一下的这个 load 啊，就是有一个估算，大概他能够估算成什么样。不是所有的孩子能像 Elaine 这样选21门课的啊。当然这个我也是觉得比较的这个。觉得这个惊呆，这也是确实是 create 了一个新的 record 了啊。我们也确实是有学生这个16、17都是大概都是这样的一个范畴的啊。那么除此之外呢，你会发现，就如果这个孩子学不了这么多的话怎么办？就是你还可以用其他的东西来补，比如说课外。所以这里边就是一个动态的东西，就是千万不要用某一个人的某一项的一个因素。然后去得出一个结论，哦，好，他进了这个学校，所以他选了21门课，我必须得往21门走，我才能有可能，不是这样的，绝对不是这样。所以我们一定要分清这个就是量化的这个衡量，还有这种标化的衡量，以及我们这种 accident 的这种衡量。我觉得Elaine进入到这个非常好的学校学 computer science，一定不是因为他选了21门课，不只是因为对，也不只是因为他的这个 activity， 也不只是因为他的 summer， 也不只是因为他的这个 personality， 也不只是因为他的 essay， 也不只是因为他的 SAT 成绩啊，也不只是因为他的整个的这样的一个 passion， 是综合加在一起，就是一点一点就是聚沙成塔的感觉。所以说我觉得就是从这个上讲的话，还是要根据自己家的孩子情况看一看具体的这个内容该怎么去把控，怎么去定。这个确实是一个非常非常费脑筋的活儿，也非常非常费这个力气。所以我经常会感觉到比如说我要跟学生brainstorm 两个 meeting 完了，我就会觉得有一种这个大透气儿的这种感觉啊，就觉得整个这个元气大伤的感觉，确实它是个很费劲儿的一个事情。那么除此之外的话，我觉得就是家长在过程中，其实在平时生活中在这个成长过程中，针对一些小的活动、小的事情，其实都应该跟孩子去有一些这种深入的探讨。就是我觉得多探讨人生，多探讨理想，多探讨未来，让他们的思想变得特别的丰富，对这个事情很敏感，有这种丰富的情感，然后 personality 也会很这个健康的成长。我觉得这个可能非常非常的有助于他们最后在大学申请过程中 stand out 出来。对，因为我现在也是马上第2季就要开始申请了，我能感觉到很多孩子就已经在这个 brainstorm 第一轮的这个 common app 的时候就已经开始啪啪啪啪啪就给我把故事往出蹦蹦蹦的往出扔，然后让我就觉得很激动啊，因为这么多的故事啊，就该选哪个？但我也看到很多孩子真的是问什么都没有感觉，就是你也不知道他这个小小的脑袋这么年轻，为什么就已经像这个像湖水一样平静了，就是真的是扔石头都扔不出波澜的感觉啊，你也不知道为什么。对，然后呢，你尽量的去启发他啊，他会觉得I don't feel so。有一些比如说不 feel 任何的 frustrated 的，没有 feel 任何的 sad moment 的再或者是压根就是觉得这个可能悲伤就不是一个这个应该有的事情，还是怎么样。所以在这个过程中，我发现就是说，往往这样子的学生呢，他的这个都会有一个令他很焦虑的家长，就是很 dare， 就是很担忧、很 concern 去分享他的这种 drawback 和这种 frustration。但如果你去看到那个 整个的这个大学申请的文书的话，基本就是一个我感觉是一个剖析人性和剖析灵魂的过程哈，就是你必须要把自己全部袒露出来。对，所以说经常我会跟学生这个开玩笑，我说 I swear 啊，你们说的这些话我都不会告诉任何人，不会告诉人，你现在可以讲了，你可以写了。对，我还有遇到一些孩子，就真的他就是不敢写出来，他认为这是他的 privacy， 你更别说让你改了，对吧？我都不会让你看，但父母也看不到，谁也看不到，对，我自己偷偷写一写，也有这样的情况。那为什么他们这么缺乏这种交流的这种信任？为什么这么缺乏这种安全感？这个其实我也是一直在跟这些小的孩子去探讨。所以现在我在做一件事儿。就是针对就是比较低龄的小孩，我觉得大家可以就是有自己的孩子的话，可以去试一下。就是针对这种比较低龄的小孩，我们开始去 insert 他一些这种对于事物的看法的感受。那么如果他真的是没有遇到过 frustration，就让他去经历一些 frustration 的事情，然后告诉他，让他认知，让他 recognize， 那就是失望，那就是伤心，那就是挫败感。这就是难过，或者这就叫嫉妒，对，就是你让他去 recognize 所有的这种感受和感知，这个有助于他自己的这个 emotional 的这种成熟和 emotional 这种成长，以至于到最后他会能有感受的去写一些东西，对。所以我在跟一个学生去沟通，他在去讲到他的这个 family 的这个 history 的时候，讲到父母的婚姻状况，讲到父母的这个婚姻状况对他的影响等等，哇，那写出来的这个文章，那就不是说谁能够跟他教出来的，那个感受就是他自己的，确实是非常非常的这个不太一样，就是看问题的角度也不太一样，这个也就证明就是再次能塑造就是他是谁，他是什么样子。OK， 好，那今天我们就先分享到这里啊。如果就是大家有兴趣参加我们后面接下来的这个分享的话，我们后面还会有这个Cornell 的分享，我们还会有这个U Michigan 的分享，还有陆陆续续的一些同学啊，他们也在忙完了自己的事情，我也在陆陆续续约他们来进行分享，希望这些分享能够管用，能够有用那么再一次，对我们所有的分享都不会去暴露学生的这个学校专业，然后以及这个其他的一些这个具体的这个 privacy 的东西，所以大家也不用再去深挖或者深究了不管是 private 还是 public， 不管他们是进了这个 top 还是非 top， 我认为这些孩子都是有足够的这个可以去分享的东西。那么后面我还会去邀请一些学生没有进到那么 top 的学校，但对他们来讲其实也进到了一个非常非常棒的。比如我有个学生这么多年整个高中都是磕磕绊绊下来的，非常艰难。对，我们就一度都怀疑他能不能完成高中，最后也进到了 UC 尔湾我觉得这个也是相当这个成功的一件事情。当然我也依旧担心他进 UC 尔湾之后能不能继续完成这个大学的学业。对，但是这个 overall 来讲，这是一个非常非常值得让我们觉得就是庆贺的一个事情。所以不管孩子最终去了哪里，就除了 top 的，我们要鼓舞欢心，我们要去取人家成功的经验。然后那些不是 top 的，依旧在他们自己的生活中取得了 top 的这个结果的，我也会邀请他们来去分享。所以我们可以看一看，就是什么样的孩子，就不管什么样的孩子都能够让我们怎么样的。让他们成为一个 better themselves， 就是他们更好的自己。这个可能是我觉得是我们每一个做家长、做老师、做 counselor 最大的一个心愿，就是不管你什么样的一个材料，你只要 try your best， 成为一个你更好的自己，我觉得这个就算我们是成功的，就算我们是尽力的。OK， 那我今天就分享到这里了好，我们就下一次的分享23号和29号，大家可以留意一下这个 chat box 里边，我们有一个大学申请讲座23号，那个我会邀请到 Harvard 的这个还有 Yale 的这个招生官老师一起来沟通。那么另外的这个29号，我们还会有这个第3场的这个新生分享会，然后希望大家可以关注一下，然后有兴趣的话可以给我们发信息，告诉我们你还想去听什么样的一些理念，我们共同一起来探讨，一起来沟通交流。因为我觉得育儿也好，教育也好，它就是要靠 parents。还有这个 educator 老师 counselor 一起共同去 share 这些经验 share 这些理念，我们才能在这个过程中一起再去打磨我们的这个理念，然后更好的帮助到我们的孩子。好，希望今天的这个讲座对你有帮助。 OK， 好，再次感谢 Elaine 的参加谢谢大家 Thank you so much. Have a good one. Bye bye.